What does it mean to die well, to have a good death? These are profound questions that have engaged the minds of philosophers, theologians, and ordinary individuals for centuries. Today, we delve into the biblical narratives of two individuals, Jeremiah and Uriah, to glean insights on this concept from a Christian perspective. Imagine being a prophet, chosen to deliver God's message to his people. This was the calling of Jeremiah, a man who faced great opposition for his prophetic duties. His words of warning to the people of Judah were met with hostility, and they sought to put him to death. Yet Jeremiah, in his defense, moved the hearts of the leaders and the people, and his life was spared. Contrast this with Uriah, a spiritual warrior in his own right, who also spoke prophecies similar to Jeremiah. However, his fate was starkly different. Hunted down by the authorities, Uriah was slain and his body discarded in a common grave. These two stories prompt us to reflect on the concept of a good death. In ancient times, it was believed that there were 5 treasures in life: longevity, wealth, peace, virtue, and a good death. The last one, a good death, was thought to comprise 3 elements: physical peace, psychological peace, and spiritual peace. Physical peace referred to a painless, disease-free, and swift death. Psychological peace meant having no regrets, no loneliness, and dying in an acceptable environment. And spiritual peace was about having no fear or worry about what comes after death, being able to rest in peace after a life well lived. But if we apply this definition to the stories of Jeremiah and Uriah, and even to Jesus, Stephen, Paul, and Peter, can we say they had a good death? They were crucified, stoned, beheaded. Not exactly peaceful or painless deaths. Yet, from a Christian perspective, the concept of a good death goes beyond the state of a person at the time of their death. It also takes into account what happens after death, the destination of the soul. The Bible speaks of those who are persecuted for righteousness as being blessed, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Their reward in heaven is great. So, the essence of a good death isn't solely about the physical state of a person at their death. In its truest sense, a good death is about whether the soul can migrate and take residence in the eternal, secure kingdom of heaven. In conclusion, the stories of Jeremiah and Uriah serve as a reminder that the concept of a good death is not just about the physical circumstances of one's death. It's about the eternal destiny of the soul. From a Christian perspective, a good death is one that leads to eternal life in the kingdom of heaven. So, the fundamental question is not just about how we die, but where our souls find their rest after death.